loans that are fully forgivable up to 20,000 for Black entrepreneurs and others, which of course, great with being all inclusive, but I also want for Black men and women to see that it's Black and others. And again, this is what the Democrats do. This is kind of how the civil rights movement was. It wasn't just for Blacks; it was for everybody, right? Which ultimately led us to still be not where we were supposed to, because then there was gray areas and ways to go in between the lines to still affect us in a negative manner. So when you look at provide 1 million loans that are forgivable up to $20,000 for Black and others, you look at the credit score, that Black Americans have. A lot of us don't have, not me, but a lot of us don't have a 600 or over a 630 or 640. So will they get approved for a $20,000 loan for a business? I don't know. Some others might, statistically speaking, others and other races have better credit than Black people. So is that really something that we can go off of and say, oh my God, you're about to help a bunch of us out? Um, I don't know. I know that we are becoming more entrepreneurship minded. So hey, it's definitely a step in the right direction. And so I don't mind it. It all sounds good on paper, but can we see what it really looks like? Again, with the real stats of our credit scores and other people's credit scores, and who is it really going to benefit at the end of the day? Who's that loan really going to benefit? Right? So then we have the supporting education, training, and mentorship programs that lead to good paying jobs for Black men, including pathways to becoming teachers. That one you see, which I think this one is good because in the last few years, we've seen a lot of, I feel like, situations where maybe a Black teacher, it might have ended better. I also think a lot of people talk about teachers and Black people needing more teachers that look like them within their schools, so that they understand where they're coming from and they're able to act accordingly with Black kids. And I think that for Black men, there's not a lot of teachers, a lot of Black men teachers, because in my opinion, we you know that's an environment that to a certain degree is, I think, is uncharted territory for a lot of Black men being a teacher. We're already seen as a certain way, so I think it's harder for us to get jobs because depending on the way you look, they might think you're more aggressive, right? And they might not want to offer you the job, and then you have to deal with the stereotypes and maybe certain kids and certain things that might happen. I just don't think that, and then also I think that that type of job is, you can compare it to corporate in a way where Black men have to shuck and jive a little bit. Maybe they have to hide their personalities a little bit and do some turning the other cheek so that they're able to get on with their day. And there might be a lot of microaggressions, and for the pay and what you deal with and the possible consequences if you get into something where a kid or somebody says something or does something, you might be asked out. So I don't know. Is the risk you know, worth the reward when it comes for Black men being teachers? I don't know, but I do know that it would be good to have more Black men as teachers. And I do think building our education and having mentorship programs for Black men is exquisite. I mean, there's so many Black men that grow up without a father figure or a father in a home, and they have to look to certain people. And a lot of times, those people, those men specifically, are negative influences, right? And they have a negative impact on their life, and they lead them down the wrong road. With more mentorships, more education training, we can, have more Black men that are in prominent positions, or have potential prominent positions, that are able to go to the youth and mentor them about these jobs. Not only that, but about emotional control and just how to operate in the world as a Black young man, and then transitioning from Black young man to a Black adult, a Black man. So I think that's important for us. We don't have that. Something that we really lack is mentorship. So again, all these look good on paper, and that one is, I think, is feasible. I think that one you can definitely make happen. You just have to put the money in the right people's pockets to go make it happen as the president. So I do really like that one. Um, because to me, that is what we need. We can talk about the loans and this and that, but if we can have more training opportunities for Black men, or more teacher jobs for Black men, more good paying jobs for Black men, then we can boost our economic status. And along with those mentorships, hopefully we can also boost our mental and emotional status as well, and that'll make us more of a productive member of society, and also be able to compete on a more of a level playing field with other races. And so I think that that's why that number two one here is a really good one on paper so far. But again, the real reality of it is a completely different thing. Protect cryptocurrency investments so black men who make them know their money is safe. This one's bullshit, straight up. Shout out to 19 Keys. He's super crypto. You got a couple other black people that are black men and women that are big on the crypto thing. I think that was a straight just stereotype because a lot of us talked about it. Crypto's damn near like the new Forex, right? So a lot of black men and women are crypto this, crypto that, Bitcoin this, Bitcoin that. This is the revolution. I'm not knocking nobody that does it. Hey, if you try it and you succeed, more power to you. But I do think that one is completely baseless because, okay, protecting cryptocurrency, great. But how are you going to protect it? What are you going to do? And show us even how that's going to benefit us. Show us the statistics showing the overwhelming amount of black men within cryptocurrency as well. Like, give us more than just protect cryptocurrency investments so black men who, make them know their money is safe. Because that's very vague, okay? Because it could only be out of a million crypto people, or about out of a million people who have crypto, be 100,000 out of black or 1,000 out of black. So how many people are you like helping? What is cryptocurrency really doing? You could maybe be taking that initiative and fixing it and maybe applying it to IT and tech jobs and stuff like that instead of applying that initiative and maybe those funds to cryptocurrency. I don't understand that, right? It doesn't really make sense to me. Sounds like it's a hot topic and something that black dudes be like, oh shit, okay, she's thinking ahead, or that's at least what she's thinking. Because a lot of times I think when Kamala and the Democrats have been trying to win over black Americans and black men, they say things that are in a way cringeworthy that they think is going to hit with us and resonate, but then it doesn't. So I think with the cryptocurrency, that's just one of those things. It doesn't make sense on this list. Launch a national health initiative focused on the illnesses that disproportionately impact black men. Now, this one I like. That's like pancreatic cancer and prostate cancer. These are things that we really suffer from more than other races of men. Now, if we can have a health initiative that is focused on that, which I would hope would mean put more funds towards research, towards treatment, right, towards trials of how to test these treatments and making sure that they are successful to give us a longer lifespan if we do come into contact with these diseases, right, or illnesses. I think that on paper sounds good, but also could possibly be done if they're able to move the funds around the right way. So I do respect that. I do think that um, overall, I would like to see black men take care of their health more, be healthier, live longer, and have more of a quality of life the longer they live. So if we're able to, have these initiatives to, what I mean, progress in research and treatment, I'm all for that. So this list so far, out of one, two, three, four, I like three. So that's 75% so far. Um, let's go to the next one. Legalize recreational marijuana and create opportunities for black Americans to succeed in this new industry. Now, this one I'm torn between because I don't know if it's like the crypto one where it's a cash grab, it's a hot take, an eye popper. That she just knows that, a lot of black Americans do smoke weed. Let's just keep it 100. We don't got to sit up here and lie about that, right? We know that. So again, is this something that she knows Black Twitter is going to take and eat up? Oh shit, she's saying this about weed. Is this the, you know what I mean? Is this cool? Is she cool? Is she on that type of time? Whatever, however niggas are going to react. I feel like to a certain degree, is that what she was getting at when she did it? Then you also have the other side of there are black entrepreneurs that do want to get to the marijuana business and that have been chastised by police departments and law enforcement when it comes to having their businesses. Um, it's been hell, and a lot of them have had to be taken down due to a lot of difficulty when it comes to paperwork and licensing and regulations. They can make it extremely hard. And so if you're able to legalize marijuana where it is not, to the point where we can be chastised all the way by local PD and law enforcement, and that means more black Americans, men and women, are able to get into this field, then that's great because a lot of us went to jail and did a lot of time for petty marijuana charges that really you shouldn't. Nobody should be going to um, jail for smoking weed, and Kamala said that. But the only reason why this is also bullshit is because you put niggas in jail for smoking weed. So in 2024, Kamala is coming out, and this is sometimes this is the problem that I have with Kamala Harris, and this is why the next topic I get into about black men, not really fucking with her. This is a big reason why, because you locked up black men for weed, but now you're saying that, oh, nobody should go to jail for weed. So why didn't you think that back in the day when you locked people up? It just doesn't make sense. It's a flip flop on policies. And so she's not being consistent, and it shows you that she's just doing anything to win motherfuckers over at this point in the election season. Because we know the true her. The true her is she doesn't rock with it. The true her is she puts people away for it. So this is just again her getting with the times. I don't think this is something that she really believes or her team really believes, because when they had the chance, they put people away for it for a while. So don't come up here with that bullshit talking about nobody should go to jail for weed, but you put people in jail for weed. Don't make no sense. It's flip flop. That's just what it is. So that one to me, I'm on this list out of five. I'm cool with three. I'm cool with the initiative for the health illnesses. I'm cool with the education, and I'm cool with the loans. I'm cool with all three of those. With the crypto, that's bullshit. That's useless. That was again something to get Black Twitter talking and hopefully get us on her side, specifically black men. Um, which is crazy because it's like it just that's not gonna work. You're gonna have to show us something else. And then the legalized marijuana, y'all been talking about that for a long time, but again, people are still getting locked up, and you still lock people up because of it. So I don't know what y'all are trying to do, but it's almost like you think that's just going to be enough to do it this late election season. You kind of had your chance earlier on, and years ago, really being a district attorney and amongst other things, and you blew it. So I don't think you're going to get the black men vote. Not only just because men vote in general, because for one, you're a woman, and a lot of men are sexist and don't believe a woman can lead, and two, because a lot of motherfuckers don't believe that you have black men's best interest at heart, and that's what I'm going to get into next. So